In this video I'm going to be showing you how to deal with a case like this. Now these are OBJ files, so we can see the color. In order to see the color, all you have to do is click on texture. Make sure you've got an MTL file with it, otherwise it will not show the biological colors. Now the scan we don't need, the occlusal scan. Delete that. In the model designer, go to aligning, because at the moment they're standing upwards, which is not correct. So enter the target, which is going to call target, and this is the opposing. We're going to link these and flip it. Then from the occlusal side, I'm going to select it, shift right click to place my cursor, and then we're going to create a point. And then shift D, I'm going to shift the point there, shift D to duplicate, and shift D to duplicate again. We need 4 points, not 3 or 5, and they need to be in a shape like that so that it can calculate where to position it in the Blender 3D space. So here we are looking at it from the front view, and it's exactly where I want the models to be. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the wax up module. Now if you've got your own teeth, you can import your own teeth. You can also do it through the components module, and we've got many teeth on the website to download. So with it, we're going to select the generic tooth library, and then we're going to click on OK, and this is positioned right above our working models. We're going to then choose teeth and have a look and see which teeth we need. So I'm brushing those teeth, very easy to do, and at the bottom we are also taking the teeth that we need, like that. And then we're going to delete unwanted, and we're going to then place them into the mounting position. Following this, we want to position them correct. So I want to keep the relationship, the occlusal relationship, intact if I can. So I'm going to select the lower model and H to hide it. Then I'm going to select all my teeth, look at it from the top, and then use the G key and then the S key to scale them down a little bit like that. So now everything is still in occlusion, and I just want to try and keep everything sort of intact if I can. And we're going to rotate these teeth a little bit as well. So the purpose of this is not to spend too much time on this project. All I want to do is show you and demonstrate how we can deal with a situation like that. Of course, the lower teeth are completely misplaced. We can see them. I will simply select the upper and the upper teeth and just hide them for now. H to hide, and select the lower teeth. And then we're going to put these into position as well. So maybe something like that. Well, they're too low because the tooth preps are much higher up. I'm going to scale them out just a little bit as well. So I'm going to just pause this video and just do the wax up a little bit better, and then we're going to proceed. Now in the wax up module we can do the heat map. This will help us a great deal. I'm going to select all of the upper ones, including the model, select object to map to, and then we will select the lower teeth to map again. So this is a view heat map, and we're going to hide the upper. Here we can see the heat map in action, and this helps a great deal because we can visualize where the occlusion is. Now I'm going to exit, and unfortunately we've lost the biological colors. Just go up top there and put it back onto texture. Now it's time to pursue the crown and bridge module. First of all, we're going to need to do a bit of object management. So this is our working model, but this is also our working model. I'm going to move these into the working model collection and then select all the teeth. The teeth are going to be placed into the teeth collection. While doing this, all teeth are going to be remeshed to a specific standard. In the next step, we're going to be drawing the margins. Now, biological colors can sometimes help in deciding where the tooth margin is. Right, click on the model, shift right click on your starting point, and then click on draw. Now this is going to take quite a bit of time. I'm going to do 2 only, and I'm not going to spend too much time in searching the margin, because this is basically a demonstration to show you how this can be done. So when I get to the end, I click on Fuse and then Create Upper Surface. So this is now going to cut out this piece, and this will then become the inside surface of your crown. Again, select the model, the workpiece, shift right click to place my cursor, click on Drawing. This is going to extend one vertex, and then we can go E, left click all the way, or you can click on Extrude and then just left click. Again, when I get to the end, I click on Fuse and then Create Upper Surface. Don't get these two mixed up. They are color coded. One is yellow and the other one is green. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and complete this, and then we're going to continue. Okay, now that I've created my upper ones, I'm going to do my lower ones. Note that these are all been brought to the front, and this is why you can see all the way through it. Select your model, your lower model, then shift right click to place a cursor, and then just simply click on Draw. I'm just going to do one, and then I'm going to pause the video one more time. Click on Extrude. Make sure you click on Create Lower Surface. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. Now that we have drawn the margins and we've got all of our inside surfaces, we're going to block them out. To do this, we're going to survey. I'm going to just do a few, and then we're going to pause the video one more time. Go to the survey folder. Note that everything is color coded, so this is going to be the yellow one. Notice that at this stage the scene is locked. You cannot rotate it. The only thing you can do is rotate your tooth preparation and then block it out. More information about surveying is found on the website and the official tutorials. So survey this and then block it out. And at this stage I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to start it again once it's all done. Now that the upper is done, we're going to pursue the lower. Notice that all of these block out objects have been created. Make sure to click on the green one because it is all color coded, so you should not get mixed up. And this is quite easy to do. All you need to do is select it, survey surface, rotate it to a good bird's eye view of placement, and then block it out. Again, I'm going to pause this video. Now that these are all been blocked out, you should see these individual block out objects, and these are very important because they help us create the crowns later down the line. I'm going to shift left click on each one of these, and then we're going to put the margins on. So make sure you actually do select them and nothing else. Go to the next menu and then choose a margin that you want to use. I'm going to put a 0.1 margin. Now this takes a little bit of time because there's a lot of calculations going on behind the scene. So just hang tight and wait for a few minutes. Depending on your computer speed, it can take a little while, but please again be patient. Now we've got our 0.1 millimeter margin. We're going to go to the next menu and we're going to create a safety zone and a spacer. Now for this video I'm going to do the automatic default spacer and safety zone. So I'll select all of them and then click on this button. For more information about individual spacer and zone, please consult the videos. Okay, let's hit the button and see what happens. Again, please be patient, this takes a little time to do. Alright, this is what it now looks like. Please be patient while it's calculating. This can take a little bit of time depending on your computer speed. I would encourage you to try and do it with 1 or 2 crowns first to understand how to do it. Don't just jump into the deep end. But the procedure is always the same. Alright, so when you've gotten to this stage, we can now cut the occlusion and start generating these crowns. Go to your occlusion. So this is occlusal adjustments. We don't have an antagonist, but we have our crowns. Now we're going to use those crowns for our antagonist. So select them and we're going to cut the lower teeth. So this becomes our antagonist, and what that does, it's going to duplicate the crowns, and we're going to apply an offset, and then we're going to choose our lower teeth that we want to cut, and we're going to make these our restorations for live trimming. And here we can see already it will start live trimming over there and all over the place over here as well. So this is the step where you can start shifting them around a bit, but for this video I'm going to leave it as it is, and we're going to trim the restorations, and then I'm going to continue with generating these crowns. Okay, go to the crown generation. Now here we can see the green zone is slightly on the inside, on the outside, which means that this crown is actually a little bit too thin. So we've got an option, we can move them out just a little bit if we want to, and that's just basically that we don't have to, that it doesn't reshape the front surface of our crown too much. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and now we're going to pursue the generating. At this stage, please do save your work because you don't want anything to happen, so that you can always go back if something does happen. Okay, I'm going to briefly look at my in edit mode. This is often important because you would like to have a beautiful emergence profile and not ending up with a too thick crown. Just keep that in mind. Okay, using the G key, manipulate your mesh. Okay, that's just a brief understanding how to do it. We also see that it is extremely thin here, but not to worry because the crown generation should take care of that. Finally, we're going to generate these tooth libraries into crowns. Simply select the upper ones first and then click Generate Crown. This is going to take a while. Usually it could be between 20 seconds and a little bit longer depending on your computer speed per tooth. So here already we're looking at 8 times 20 seconds or 30 seconds. So a couple of minutes. So please be patient and let the computer do its work. Rather that than our hands do the work. Okay. Alright, the outcome seems to be perfect. Excellent. You can see the benefits of moving the teeth closer to the margin. So here we're going to do just that. I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm going to pull this mesh a little bit closer to the margin with proportional editing on. Something like that. Try and work with and without the magnet tool, knowing the difference of both of them. You can also sculpt them down, so you don't necessarily have to do it in edit mode. I'll show you how we can sculpt it down. So here I'm going to click on inflate, and over here I'm going to take the minus tool, and then deflate it. That's the other option to do. So let's do a few at a time. So shift left click a few at a time, and then go and inflate, but then click on the minus sign over here. The radius you can set up, and we'll just smooth those down. So you've got to be careful not to contaminate the mesh, which it has over here. So to get a bit of, to fix that, you're going to use this density tool, and you'll see how nice and smooth that actually gets after that. Because if you put any errors now into the tooth structure, then you may end up with problems generating this mesh. Alright, now that we've done that, I'm going to select these, and we're going to generate, here we could have done that a little bit more, but we're going to generate the lower, and please wait it out. And this is the result after generation. Now you may want to smooth them down as well, so you can select them individually or all together, and then just basically set your radius and your intensity of smoothing, and then smooth them down nicely. Contacts is necessary to do as well, but I'm not going to go through it in this video. Please consult the website official videos with that. This is an important step, otherwise you'll have to do a lot of work by hand. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any further questions, feel free to ask.